I'm going to stop talking right now because you guys are obviously here to see the 1975. Am I right?
Hello. Be my mistake and turn out the light. She bought me those jeans, the ones you like. I don't wanna hug, I just wanna sleep. Smell of your hair reminds me of her feet. So don't wait outside my hotel room, just wait till I give you a sign. 'Cause I get lonesome sometimes and save all the jokes you're gonna make while I see how much drink I can take. Then be my mistake. I shouldn't have called, 'cause we shouldn't speak. You do make me hard, but she makes me weak. So don't wait outside my hotel room, just wait till I give you a sign. 'Cause I get lonesome sometimes and save all the jokes you're gonna make while I see how much drink I can take. Then be my mistake. Thanks. Thank you. There's more people here than I realised. I didn't look up properly. Thanks for coming to see me. What am I we're going to play. It's weird for me at the moment because I don't really I'm very tired today for a start, so sorry if I sound a bit croaky. We just got back on the tour bus. I'm not very good at that. I'm not very good at loads of people can come in and just like play all the hits on an acoustic guitar, because the rule is if it's a good song you should be able to play it on acoustic guitar. But I'm not very good at that, so I just have to play what I can. I'll play I can play an old song. If there's any guitarists in the audience, I just have to say I do not only play stuff in C. This song's 11 years old now. Can you believe it? And this is how it starts. Take your shoes off in the back of my van. Sure looks so good when it's just hanging off your back. And she saves your hands in my spare time. There's one thing common, is this tongue of mine. She said, she's got a boyfriend anyway. It's only minutes before I drop you off. All we seem to do is talk about sex. She's got a boyfriend anyway. She's got a boyfriend anyway. I love your friend. When I saw his film, he's got a funny face, but I like that because he still looks cool. She's got a boyfriend anyway. She's got a boyfriend anyway. Now we're on the bed in my room, and I'm about to fill his shoes, but you say no. You say no. Does he take care of you? Or can I easily fill his shoes, but you say no. You say no. No, just outside of town, and you're making your way down. She's got a boyfriend anyway. She's got a boyfriend anyway. I'm not trying to stop you, love. If we're gonna do anything, we might as well just fuck. She's got a boyfriend anyway. She's got a boyfriend anyway. You got your tongue pissed anyway. You and your high tops any day. Oh, skinny jeans anyway. You and your fit friends anyway. Take them all out any day. They all got back homes anyway. They all got boyfriends anyway. Thanks.
One more time for Matt in the 1975. So this will be my only question about Coachella. I just have one question. It's when you guys were performing and it said rock and roll is dead, God bless the 1975. What did it mean?
What does it say? Rock and roll is dead. God bless the 1975. What does that mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a joke,
Okay.
but it's also, I think I'm being deadly serious. I think what it's referenced to is that our whole, we're all standing on the shoulders of culture, you know, pop culture now. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can't really be a rock star in the way that rock stars existed 40 years ago because the vocabulary has grown so large and so we're so aware of it. The vocabulary of being a rock star, this, doing that, hair, you know, all the sunglasses, obnoxious behavior, that kind of thing. We're so dialed into it that if you see somebody who is doing the rock star thing, you don't believe them, right?
Like it's fake.
Yeah, well, like Greta Van Fleet, not to slag them off.
Right.
I suppose that is slagging them off. I'm never having a go at particular people, by the way. It's just that some people prove points. Do you know what I mean? I think that it's like, it's just that there's this whole, no one there's just such a self-awareness to everything that I think we do, and that's breeded by the internet and this culture of kind of like self-awareness. And I think that there's a lot of like borrowed ideas from rock and roll in our show and in my performance. And I think I like to puncture that a little bit by, you know, saying that it's all a joke, you know. The whole thing's a joke, but it's also really, really serious.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've also been really open about your struggles and you know everything that you've been through in the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever regret that, or do you feel like there's been any backlash? Or
No, I regret it a little bit because it stops me from going back to that behavior even more.
mm-hmm.
So there's a selfishness where I'm like, kind of wish I'd kept it to myself because now I wouldn't be judged if I like went back to it. But now I kind of will be. You know, it's a daily thing. You know, it's like I don't sleep very well on tour buses. That's why I'm kind of super tired today. I mean, we're making a record, doing shows every night, and I do one of these things like every day. So like, I'm tired anyway. But I used to sleep in a different way.
Yeah.
You know,
you kind of pass out and come to.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't really do that anymore. So bus journeys, I'm kind of learning that again. But it's just growing up. We all got to grow up, you know.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So you guys have been playing together since you were 13.
Babies.
What is secondary school? Because here it's like junior high, high school, secondary school, like 13?
High school, yeah. So you start there at 12 till 18.
And that's how long you guys have known each other since?
So we started the band when I was 14. So, and I'm 30, so.
Wow.
Yeah, same lineup.
So it's like, how do you grow up together, kind of, or stay together as a band that long and still remain honest and still inspire
I think
each
it's
other?
harder if you start it later, I imagine, because egos and... By the time you're 17, 18, you're like a person. You're a fully formed person. You know, you have your cultural identity and you have your friends and you have the things that you're interested in and you learn them individually. And we didn't have that. We learned it all together. So we didn't start a band at 17 already with a leather jacket on, ready to go and get laid, you know? It was like, you know, which is kind of part of the thing. It was more like in a Spider-Man t-shirt, making noises as opposed to playing the Nintendo, you know? There was no sexual, and I do use that word because it is true. There's a lot of sexuality in the starting a band when you're like a young person. There's so much sexual energy and cultural information flying around, and there was none of those things. So I think that there was a real purity to why we started it, because we loved sounds. We loved sounds.
Like,
you know, not even like cool bands or whatever. We just loved like the way that guitars would interact with each other or whatever. So it started from there, and then we learned everything together. And I suppose we're like a family in that regard, because, you know, you don't really fall out with your family, do you? Because you have a set of, you allow, I don't know.
Yeah, you fix things, I think.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like it's because it's worth it. It's worth it to work out the fight.
Yeah, it's not so much a conscious maintenance of your relationships.
Right.
Because there's a knowledge that it'll always be there.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I found out that you guys had a lot of, well, I don't know a lot, but you guys had extra songs after you finished A Brief Inquiry into Online Relationships, but that you didn't use any of them for the new album that's coming out. You just kind of scrapped it. Is it because that was like, that period of time is dead?
Yeah, I think that there's like, I think that had its time, do you know what I mean? And I think that it's kind of like, it's scary to start afresh, do you know what I mean? Because you always think that you're not going to do anything, but inspiration doesn't come looking for you. That's the problem. If you sit around and wait for something, it's not going to happen. But if you just do, then stuff will happen. So it's just been about doing. But I think there is stuff. There's always songs. There's this song called Plastic Boyfriend that didn't make it on the first record, didn't make it on the second record, didn't make it on A Brief Inquiry. We're trying to make it on this record, but there's always those kind of things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you move forward and you start afresh, and it's also like for this, for the way we are nowadays, where it's like instant gratification. We got this album last year, and then we're gonna get a completely new album this year. So it's like you haven't really had time to like ride the success or rest on the laurels of the last album.
I don't think there's much time for that. It's like, I don't know. I think that we had to do it for different reasons by the time we got to like our second record, you know? Like, we weren't a particularly like critically adored band back in the day.
Right.
You know, so like all that kind of thing of like, we just wanted to do it for us, and that kind of exaggerated, and now like we're way more comfortable in the studio making records. And I don't really know who I am unless I'm making a record. I don't know how to stand there and be like, fucking yeah, I'm amazing. Like and the whole, I do a bit, but I mean more to do with like, instead of feeling like when people are really nice about like A Brief Inquiry, or if we get like an award for it and there's this like retrospective view on something that has been achieved, it doesn't make me go, oh, that's good, I've done it. It makes me go, fuck, what am I going to do now?
How am I going to top that?
Well, it's not so much how am I going to top that, but it's like you're only defined by your last thing. You're only as good as your last thing, really. And yeah, and I have no attention span, so it's this vicious cycle of like needing to I'd happily like retire after a successful thing, but I just don't have the it's just not. It's kind of my purpose, you know.
Right, to keep making music.
I think so.
I think so.
I hope so.
I think they think so. Pleasure.
Thanks.
Sometimes band members say they find out things by looking at Twitter, and I've heard that your band did not know that there was going to be a 1975 festival, but that you tweeted something about it, and then the band's like, oh, I guess we're doing that.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, it's not so much that I keep information from anybody. I just think that my life is kind of like this. My records are very much like stream of consciousness, and now I really like this kind of like real-time expression, lack of interface between, what do you call it? Let's say artists and consumers, do you know what I mean? Like the way that people are addressing their audience now, or are expected to address their audience, is very, very modern. I'm super into the now and the modern, and I think that I like just being able to just talk shit to millions of people. Right. And kind of see, well, because some of those ideas are ideas, and then I get a reaction from them, and I'm like, okay, I'll do that then. So that's kind of how that thing happened. But yeah, the guys are just they're just winding me up, just because I think that they're really they're quite linear guys. Like they've got their shit down. Like right. And I just think that I'm very blah, blah, blah. So they're kind of just making fun of me.
Right, because then they have to deal with people asking them, like, you guys are having a festival. Like,
they just like roll their eyes a lot.
Guess so.
Yeah, exactly. But it will be good if I manage to sort that out. I just need to get people to play it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would be fun.
Exactly.
Hopefully it'll be here as well as in England.
I'd try and do one, but it'd probably be in England for now. If it gets successful, then I'll do one in America. Yeah, you guys can come over.
That would be an awesome road trip. Let's have another round of applause for Matt Healy.